The second generation VW Tiguan is a very good and practical daily driver, which you can nowadays buy from around 10,000 euros already. But of course, as any other used cars, it can also have numerous problems. The complete 27-minute long pre-purchase inspection guide video is available to channel members only. The membership is practically free, you can cancel it at any time, and you will gain knowledge which can save you thousands.
It's a deal. It's a steal. It's sale of the f***ing century.
Meanwhile, let's check out how to properly and quickly check the suspension of these cars before buying. The second generation Tiguan and Tiguan Allspace has a regular McPherson type suspension in the front and multi-link suspension in the rear. As standard, these models are equipped with regular non-adjustable shock absorbers. However, there are also cars with the optional DCC electronically adjustable adaptive shocks, which can be adjusted to softer or stiffer settings. Additionally, these cars were available in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configuration, so if you occasionally need the additional traction, you can choose an all-wheel drive model which is equipped with a Haldex type clutch. This all-wheel drive is of course not gonna save the world, but it's more fuel efficient than a regular four-wheel drive system, and you get this interesting mode selector switch with it. To check the suspension and the underside, you should take the car to a garage onto a lift. Using a floor jack is also a possibility, but in this case don't forget to use jack stands. You know, safety first, but stupidity is faster, or something like that. Anyway, let's start with the front part of the suspension. First, it's good to check the brakes. In this case, the front brake pads are very worn, so they should be replaced sooner than later. The shock absorbers are easy to check as well. If they are visibly leaking, then they should be replaced immediately. Replacing the shocks is not that expensive, unless your Tiguan is equipped with the electronically adjustable shocks, since those are much more expensive to replace. In this facelifted Tiguan, both front shock absorbers look good, but when I lift the dust cover of the left shock, you can clearly see a little bit of oil residue. Yes, this shock absorber already starts to leak a little bit, but currently there is no need to replace it. The owner should just monitor the condition of this shock regularly. On the other side, the right shock absorber looks completely fine without any leaks. Obviously, you should also pay attention to the condition of the struts. Broken or too rusty struts should be replaced. After this, take a look at the other suspension components which are behind the wheel. Here you can see the sway bar link, tie rod, the drive shaft, the control arm ball joint, and here is the wheel bearing which you can't see directly, but it's there. Worn sway bar links are gonna cause a metallic rattling noise on sharp road imperfections, plus it's good to check the rubber boot on them for damage. The worn tie rods can cause knocking noises, the steering can feel a bit loose, the tie rod itself will have noticeable play, and if you grab the wheel on the sides and wiggle it, then you will feel a noticeable play as well. The drive shafts should have basically no play in them, even though a very minimal amount of play is acceptable. But if the drive shaft has bigger play, and if it's even noticeably knocking like this, then it's worn. Also check the driveshaft rubber boots for cracks or escaped grease, because lack of grease will ruin the driveshaft sooner than later, and you don't want that. On the lower control arms you should check mainly the rear bushing on them. It can cause a specific creaking noise on road bumps, even in low mileage cars. If the bushing looks good visually, then you don't have to replace it if you are not bothered with the occasional noise. However, if the bushing starts to visibly separate, or if it has bigger cracks on it, then you should definitely replace it. Worn wheel bearings are gonna cause a droning, humming noise during driving. But if the bearing is really worn, then you will also feel a play in the wheel if you grab it vertically and wiggle it up and down. Lastly, it's good to check the brake hoses and the dog bone for cracks. Cracked brake hoses should be replaced as soon as possible because of safety. A cracked dog bone bushing, or lower engine mount in other words, will over time develop cracks as well. But replacing this part is not that important unless it already has bigger cracks or it's completely worn and separated. On this particular Tiguan, all the front suspension components are in perfect condition, without play and damage. So let's move on to the back side. The rear suspension components are usually without much wear, but it's still good to check them. Here you should pay attention mainly to the shocks which can leak, to broken struts, or to the broken sway bar links. If the car is equipped with all-wheel drive, then of course check also the rear drive shafts. On this car all the rear suspension components are in great condition, only the rear brake pads are more worn. Last but not least, if the car is equipped with the 4Motion Haldex type all-wheel drive system, then you should additionally check the prop shaft rear coupling for cracks. If it's cracked or if it's even separated and loose like this, then it should be replaced. To top of that, it's very important to replace the oil in the Haldex type clutch, preferably every 30,000 kilometers to extend the lifetime of this system. To summarize things up, the suspension of this particular 2022 Tiguan is in a very good condition. All of the components are without play and they are not damaged. The only thing worth mentioning are the worn brake pads. The very slightly leaking front left shock absorber will eventually need to be replaced, but currently it's still perfectly fine. During the test drive you should check the suspension for noises, the overall handling of the car, and most importantly, the DSG automatic gearbox. To check the suspension, you should find a road with various types of bumps, imperfections and occasional potholes. During driving, listen for rattles, creaks, ticking or excessive knocking noises. Additionally, at low speed, you can open the windows to hear the noises even better. Then stop the car and turn the wheels in place. They should turn without any creaking noise. The suspension of these cars is adjusted more to the typical German stiffer side, so the car should be stable on the road without any kind of a floating, unstable feeling. However, on cars which are equipped with electronically adjustable shocks, try out the different drive modes, because there is a noticeable change in suspension stiffness between the comfort and sport settings. The steering should be also fairly tight and precise enough without kicks or loose feeling. Also, the car should drive without vibrations at any speeds. It should drive straight without pulling to the side, and the brakes should work smoothly without pulling to the side either.